Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. Welcome everybody, let's take a look today on the euro currency. We didn't look much on the euro currency on the previous week. Well, and if you remember on the previous video, previous weekly research, our major concern was about the downward action, since there was some contradiction on the euro currency with this upward move. We said that we have completed butterfly sell pattern on the weekly time frame chart that in general suggests some deeper retracement in reaching of an area around 135-135.20 confidence support. It's around the yearly pivot point, somewhere in this area. And this recent action on the euro currency was not quite logical. The appearing of this action was not quite logical, corresponding to the weekly butterfly pattern. And we said that since the situation is a bit tricky, until market will not clarify this, we probably will be focused on some tactical trading that is based on some intraday and short-term patterns that could appear on the euro currency. For example, on the previous week we have started the Monday from the double Ripple sell pattern that in fact has led to this gap down and has reached the 50% target of this thrust up, so that trade was nice. On the recent week you can see that market has shown very tight action. First of all, it hasn't quite closed the gap. As you can see, these long shadows that market has no significant ability to continue move higher, and finally has closed below the monthly pivot point. And what is more significant, that on the previous week market has clarified how definitely the downward action could start. And if you will take a look at our weekly research on current week, if you will take a look at the weekly time frame chart, you'll see that this recent action has formed the weekly bearish stop grabber that suggests the taking out of these lows. That's the minimum target of this pattern. It means that we will try to take the short position until either market will not take out the target of this pattern, I mean the bearish grabber, or the grabber will not fail. It means that until market will take out of these highs. Until this will happen, we will try to take the short position and we will trade market on the short side of the short side. Well, there are a couple of moments that I would like to speak about in the daily time frame. First of all, the major question is why we mostly focus on this ABCD pattern, the complete point of this target, but not say on the 618 extension of this ABCD pattern. This comes due to the appearing of the grabber, because recent retracement has hit 768 fib resistance. That is very deep retracement, and it hasn't stopped at the 618. It means that if you will calculate the 618 extension of that ABC top pattern, it will give us the target above this recent low. But this contradicts with the bearish grabber that suggests the taking out of these lows. That's why the next target will stand with the 100% extension of that ABCD pattern. That's why we mostly will be focused with this target. Second moment, let's take a look that this target will stand very close to daily oversold, and if market will start acceleration at some moment, this could give us the opportunity for the short-term scalp buy trade, depending on how this action will develop. That's two major points on the daily time frame chart. So based on the weekly pattern, our direction is down until market, as I said, will not erase the pattern by moving above this high, or until it will not work out properly by taking out these lows and reaching some target. We will stand on the short side of the market. Now the major question is how we could take the position in advantage of the downward action. Well, if you'll take a look at the 4-hour time frame chart, you'll see that market has formed perfect Gartley triple to sell, thrust down, ABCD retracement up, and reestablishing move down. This ABCD action was really perfect as in terms of the speed of the legs, as in terms of the final points, the target. You can see almost the pips to pips completed pattern. The resistance was FIP resistance 138.60, 618 from that thrust down, and take a look, lower body of the unfilled gap. That was the resistance market start move down. Also take a look how market behaves in relation to the MACD indicator. So you can see that the MACD has some tendency to show upward action, while here we have mostly sideways action with a fast acceleration down. This could indicate some sort of the bearish dynamic pressure in the short-term perspective. Speaking about where we could potentially take the position, we need to look at the hourly chart. And here, guys, to be honest, I can't clarify definitely where we should take the position, because you can see this action just has been reestablished, and from the one point of view, market could limit the upward action only by the weekly pivot point, say. So it could just test pivot point and continue move down. That's also possible. Or it could show some deeper retracement inside of the body of this bearish grabber on the weekly time frame chart. Here is very difficult to say right now how retracement, how deep it will be and whether it will happen at all. In such situations, when you have the clear pattern on the high time frame chart and you are ready to follow this pattern, but you have the bluer picture on the intraday charts, where better to take the position. In such circumstances, the better way to enter is to apply the scaling system. Thus, if market will show retracement right to the weekly pivot point, you could take the small part of the position, say 10% of your normal trading volume. You could take here. If market will continue move higher, then you could add more, because if market will not follow to the upside and turn to the downside right from this area, you will not regret that you haven't taken the position. And if you will not do this, you have the risk to stand without position at all with this promising pattern that we have right now on the weekly chart. That's why the better way to act here is to apply the scaling. Because right now, as you can see, we have no definite patterns that could point on some possible retracement or something of that sort. Maybe market will form here this head and shoulders when we'll show then ABCD, something of that sort. That's possible. But on the current picture, it's very difficult to say that it will happen definitely. Maybe market will accelerate right back down, because previously market already has made the retracement. That is this reestablishing of the new move down. And since this action just has started, it's not big probability that market really will show some really significant retracement from this area. Even more, this probably will be not quite logical in the current circumstances. Minor bounce up to the weekly pivot point, maybe yes, but deep retracement is difficult to suggest. Besides, if you will read the beginning of our weekly research, there are some moments concerning euro currency, and the fundamental picture stands so right now on the euro currency that it not support the increasing value of the euro. That is currently not in the interest of the European Central Bank. Because in this case, if euro will start to appreciate, in this case, Euro Central Bank could try to apply the policy easing. So that's why all moments right now stands mostly in favor of decreasing of the euro right now and strength of the US dollar with this currency pair. So let's see what will happen. Be flexible in making decisions right now, because we have the long-term pattern that suggests taking the significant target to the downside, and we probably will get a lot of chances to take the short position. But right now, guys, it's very difficult to add to offer something else except scaling, because we have no patterns that could give us the precise point of the possible retracement. So let's see. But overall scenario and overall setup on the euro currency right now looks interesting.